row of blackberries, half a metre from the fence.
So at the top we've got taberries and then we've got gooseberries.
We're a cooperative, a workers' cooperative in Bradford and Leeds, and we work with community groups and the councils and individuals to plant, prune and grow fruit trees and bushes.
We're on Shipley Fields, just off Otley Road in Shipley, next to the Redbeck allotments, opposite Shipley Primary School.
We are planting an orchard, a woodland and a jam hedge.
It overlooks by quite a few houses and people use it to walk their dogs or kick a ball about, but it's actually not very heavily used because this field gets quite waterlogged. So we're here to plant some trees and create some attractive features for people to come and enjoy.
It's a good idea to plant trees anywhere. Trees are miraculous beings because they do so much good. So they'll sequester carbon, their roots will break up the soil, they'll hopefully reduce some of the bogginess and make it into a much better area overall.
The fruit trees have got great blossom, and so expanding this corridor that's available for bees is really important.
A lot of what we do is restoring old orchards.
Lots of cities used to have lots of orchards and they've got grubbed up over time, and we've got used to getting our fruits from Kent or Europe or New Zealand.
So we can revive those with a bit of pruning, which will help to regenerate the tree and produce more fruit in future years.
Community orchards are never going to meet everybody's fruit needs, but they're a talking point, they're a meeting point to get people seeing what's possible.
We're doing this on behalf of Bradford Council, funded by the Shipley Town Fund. We've created the plans for this site in collaboration with local residents, getting input from people who actually live near the space and use it every day.
Everybody around here was asked about this before it was actually done, so people hopefully feel some ownership on this space as well.
It's one of those things that people can come along and pick. A bit like veg on the edge and incredible edible. It's sort of open access for people to come and take a few raspberries and chuck them in a pie or whatever once the trees are in fruit.
We're planting half standard trees here, so we know from the rootstock they're going to be 4 or 5 metres tall eventually. We're putting some mycorrhizal powder in the bottom to encourage the mycorrhizal web under the ground to grow and get nutrients to the roots. Fruit trees have got shallow roots, they need better drainage than what we've got here, so we're improving the soil with some better draining topsoil. We've dug a square hole so the roots can go out to the corners rather than a circle where they could end up just going in a spiral. We're forking the edges of the holes to improve the drainage and give places for the roots to go. We're planting the tree with the graft union well above the soil level. The graft union is where it was created in the nursery. The rootstock below the graft union dictates the size of it. And we're going to just support the tree here with by tying it up. We're using an old cycle inner tube, which is ideal. For a start, it's recycling or reusing, and then also it's super flexible as well, so as the tree grows and expands it's not going to get strangled because that's going to flex and it expands. In a location like this there's potential for antisocial behaviour, so we've put a strong cage around it, so this will be up for 3 or 4 years, and so we're going to do it foot width off the ground because that way we can get our hands underneath to do any weeding. And we've also done a clever little trick with a wing nut, so we can easily peel that cage open in winter time when we do need to do some formative pruning. And we're putting a good layer of wood chip around the base, so it kills all the grass and the weeds there, and so all the water and the nutrients from that patch are going to one place, the fruit tree. Wood chip mulch is the best mulch. You can use any kind of organic matter, but wood chip's the best because it rots down and it creates more mycorrhizal growth, which then benefits the soil, benefits the tree itself. Wood chip will start decomposing straight away, and like your compost bin at home might get really hot. I've managed to kill trees like that by having it all mounded up around the bottom of the tree, and that's burnt it because it's got that hot and killed a tree. So we just leave a little donut shape around it, so there's no wood chip that could possibly heat up around the tree. So alongside this school fence we're planting a jam hedge because it's lots of currants, red currants, gooseberries, raspberries, elderberries, some small apples, some medlar as well, all sorts of things that are easily pickable at hand height. So here it's much smaller holes, same principle, wood chip encourages mycorrhizal growth, stops the weeds competing for water and nutrients with the trees.
Hopefully we'll see young people picking things off bushes and shoving them in their mouths.
You've got little children with you, you'll pick them up, get them to pick it. It's like an activity, it's like something to pique someone's interest.
Most people living in this area do struggle to find a proper green space to enjoy themselves.
Especially at the moment, it's a brilliant way to get people outside and doing things and connecting with each other.
I feel they're a very peaceful, tranquil area. I mean, if we create more spaces like this, it can only have positive effects.
So they can't do it in their own gardens, some of them haven't got gardens, so what better than use a bit of a green space for a community garden?
Yeah, there we go.